Hey, it's Brent Bowers. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to do direct mail marketing for real estate, why I think you should do it too, and how to explode your business with it. All right, first today I'm going to talk to you about why your marketing channel should never become your second job. Second, you're probably wondering which mail type is the best, and I'm going to get into that. And then third is how to keep the pipeline full so you continuously have deals coming at you every day. So we as business owners, we became business owners so we didn't have an actual job. So we got to be careful with marketing channels because sometimes they end up being our second job. So I want to talk to you about why mail can be the most passive marketing channel there actually is, because there's actually ways you can actually set it up to where it's all done for you. These ways are: one, coming up with a marketing calendar. This marketing calendar says exactly which mail piece you're going to mail that week and when you're going to replace that mail piece, or when you're going to update it. Number two is how often is this mail piece getting mailed and to what list? And I know that sounds extremely complicated, but it's just break it down like this. I like to do my mail on a 12-week schedule. And I found that 12 weeks is really good because it's roughly 3 months. And if you're mailing one list every single week, that 12th week, you're going to start over and you're going to mail that list again. And if you're only mailing one mail piece, say a postcard for example, and I'm going to get into that, which mail piece is better, postcard or letter. If you're only mailing one postcard to a different list every week, it's very simple. That same postcard goes out to a different list every week, and your content calendar says when you update that list, when you fully replace that list. So I wish someone would have broke this down to me in the very beginning. I didn't realize you can actually set this up, and it takes about 5 or 10 minutes to set this up and a couple minutes a month to actually maintain it. Here's the pro tip. Hire someone that's responsible for this. I have a virtual assistant in the Philippines. She's in my company. She's been with me a couple years now. She runs this like clockwork. She makes sure the mail piece goes out to the right list each week and then updates the list every single week. This is automation on steroids. And I'm telling you what, you as the entrepreneur, you as the business owner, you want to make sure things get done, you hire it out and you make someone responsible for it, because your head's in the clouds. You're the visionary. You're always running and always doing things. You've got to hire these things out, and to ensure that your marketing channel is consistently automated and delegated and not becoming your second job. So if you're anything like me, you've probably struggled with the content calendar, what to mail when, how often to mail, who to send what to, what mail piece is better. Definitely do a comment below, ask that question or share some advice. Maybe you've overcome this. Maybe you have a totally different outlook on this and you completely are the opposite end of the spectrum of what I just said in this video. I would love to hear it. And then also click that subscribe button. I'd love to keep you up to date on when we have new videos coming out, and we're bringing them out every day. All right, I promised you I was going to talk about which mail piece is best. So as you know, I'm the land man. I'm the land sharks guy. I love a letter. I call it my LOL, my land offer letter. I can say so much in a one-page letter, and I can also get the property under contract with this letter. It's super simple, and I'm just going to break it down in the higher level, but it just says, hey, I'm Brent Bowers. I'd like to buy your land at this price. We predetermine that price, what the land's worth, and generally we're offering somewhere around under 50 cents on the dollar. But we also have to figure out what the land's worth to come up with that. So it takes a little bit of work in the front end of it. However, let's just say that we don't put any work into it and we just send a quick postcard. It's way easier for me to pay my virtual assistant that's in the Philippines or India, to figure out what this land's worth and come up with this letter, $10, $15 an hour. Let's put it on the other side of the spectrum where I'm sending that postcard and I have my acquisition manager that's sitting in the United States and she's making hundreds of dollars an hour and she's figuring out what the land's worth and she's basically becoming a land appraiser, which I never want to be. A lot of times people will just call us on these postcards just to see what their land's worth. So I don't want the person answering the phone making hundreds of dollars an hour just becoming a land appraiser. I would rather pay someone $5, $10, $15 an hour. That's my virtual assistant on the other side of the world, where they can get by on less dollars per day and they're able to work for a little less, and then it's also allowing them a great income potential as far as finances. We've changed some of our virtual assistants' lives with what we pay them, and they're being paid very, very handsomely for this. But at the end of the day, I'm trading $100 an hour for $15 an hour by just doing a little work on the front end. That's why I love letters. We call it a blind offer, or some of them call it a just an offer letter. I call it my LOL, my land offer letter, because every time we get one of these things signed back, we laugh out loud because we know we just got an asset under contract for less than 50 cents on the dollar. And I mentioned under contract because potentially I'm sending a purchase agreement. I hate that word contract. We only use it when we're going to court. But we call it a purchase agreement because at the end of the day, that's what we want our seller to see as a purchase agreement. We want the end goal of them selling their land and going to the bank and cashing that check. So there's a purchase agreement that we're sending out, and it says, hey, I'm Brent Bowers. I'd like to buy your land for this much. If you're interested in selling it, sign it. Give me your name and your email and send it back to me, and we'll do the deal. All right, and lastly, you always want your pipeline full. You show me a real estate company or any company that's on a roller coaster, that they have a good month and then they have a bad month, or the leads slow down or the deals slow down. I'll show you a company that's not consistently marketing. Guys, you have to market when you're scared. Market when you don't have any money. Sometimes you have to take out debt to market, just as I well know, because that's what I had to do in the beginning. Some months I was afraid, or let me bring it to a positive note. Some months we had so many deals, I was like afraid to send out mail because I couldn't market anymore. I couldn't take on any more deals. I was burning money by sending the letters, sending the postcards. I was afraid of that, but it was the wrong attitude. I had to continuously pump that pump. Think about an old pump, that you pump water out. You got to pump quite a bit in the very beginning, and once you get the water to start to trickle, you can't slow down. Keep going. And then once that water is a continuous flow, then you can slow that pump down. You can slow it down, but you cannot stop. But once you stop, the water will stop. Think of that water just like your deal flow for your land, your houses, whatever asset you're buying. You always have to be pumping out that mail. Sometimes you got to brace fear. Christmas is going to roll around, Thanksgiving, there's going to be holidays, and you're going to want to not spend the money. Keep spending the money. Keep sending that mail out. And I talked to you a little bit about hiring someone to do this, automating it, delegating. I like to automate what I can automate. I never want to just pass something off that I can automate first. Everything else gets delegated because that person's responsible for it. My marketing director knows that every single week, every single Thursday, we're sending out mail. And if we don't, there better be a good reason why we didn't send it out that week. If you're struggling with all this and you want to help, you want someone to hold your hand throughout this entire process to build your land investing company out to a profitable business that pays you tens of thousands of dollars each month, and allows you to leave your job, homeschool your children, get financial freedom and time freedom and geography freedom, go down in the description below and click the link that says thelandsharks.com. We can schedule a consultation call, see what your real estate goals are, and I'd be honored to coach you.